now that X-Men 97 Season 2 has finished, we've all seen it, we've ingested, at least hopefully we've all seen it, I think it's a perfect time to discuss the possible figures that we're going to be getting in the future waves, and maybe some deluxe 2-packs. So consider this your spoiler warning, because these are my predictions for the upcoming figures for X-Men 97. So we already know that there's a leak list that has a few names on it. Lately, a lot of these leak lists have been pretty close, but this X-Men 97 one doesn't really make a lot of sense. And on top of that, it's names, and we know a lot of characters have a lot of different outfits. So I'm going to be making predictions, some loosely based off of that. So here is my predictions for the first wave. So on the leak list, there is a Gambit and Wolverine. I think we're going to get both a Gambit and Wolverine in this next wave. The Gambit will likely be how he appears in the second last episode, Dead Man's Hand, because it's basically a repaint of what they have. I think they'll give him pinless legs. I believe he had pin legs in that version. He's on the shelf there somewhere, but I'm not going to dig him out. But yeah, he's just, he'll have like the pale skin, black where the brown and everything else is. Yeah, he's basically a repaint. So I easily see that getting tossed in there. It could be the Gambit Apocalypse, but I don't see it. But definitely think the pale Horseman Death version. He won't have a staff. He'll have a psionic scythe instead, or I guess a kinetic scythe. There we go. So he'll be there. And as for the Wolverine, they could still do this. I had originally thought they would do the brown suit with bone claws, but I think it's possible we get the Brood Wolverine. I know they did it with the Lilandra and the Lilandra and the 2-pack for his anniversary, but I could see them doing it again. But I kind of have the bone claws because he had the bone claws in that episode. But I think that would be the Wolverine we would get. A third option, which I'd prefer over both of those, I don't think they'll do, is the black getup from Old Soldier, which appeared as a post-credit, as a nod to Old Soldier, where he's with Natasha and Steve, Captain Rogers. But yeah, that's my other third option. I just don't see it. Maybe eventually, but I don't see it in this wave. So that's 2 out of 6 figures. More figures that were on that leak list that I believe we'll get in this wave would be Rogue. They could go with her look from X-Corp, the Morrison-inspired design, but I think that just feels perfect for 2-packs. I don't think we'll see it in that. However, I think we could see her in the outfit that she has when she gets the celestial powers in the last episode, because it seemed pretty easy to do. I believe it had a cape. I could be crazy. I think it had a cape similar to how Madeline Pryor had, and then other than that, it's literally just markings. It's a pretty basic character. Nothing too crazy. A lot of reuse they can do. So yeah, that's what I think figure number 3 is. So to figure number 4, just trying to remember what was on those leak lists again. I don't think we're going to get a Jean or Cyclops in this wave, because I don't think we'll get the X-Corps. I think they will mostly be 2-packs if they do them. I don't see it being there. However, what was rumored to be a 2-pack originally, but did pop up on leak lists that I think will be in this wave, is Havoc and Polaris in their X Factor outfits. They already gave a strong guy. It's not 97 branded, but he's that 90 that repackaged Build-A-Figure one. It's the same color scheme they used in 97. Like the pauldrons are silver, the badge is colored in the same. It's a 97 version, let's be honest. So they're obviously going to want to fill that team out, and I think Havoc and Polaris need an update. Comic fans that just got into it can pick those up. Perfect additions. We got more members of X Factor. Bada bing, bada boom. That's 4 members of that wave. 5 Rogue. So the last one, I think they'll give us another Jubilee. I think it'll be the other figure repainted, except for a new head sculpt with the hair bob, the Generation X colored outfit underneath instead of the black cat suit. And again, it's an easy repaint. And yeah, I think this entire wave is just things people want repaint. Maybe it's not things people want. I don't know. It just feels like it. I think we'll get another section of 2-packs where they'll do characters in. They'll either do the Outlands or they'll do X-Corp themed. And I think we'll get 2 doing prominent characters. Again, probably Jean and Scott. And if they do X-Corp, maybe Jean and Scott, and then probably Bishop and Polaris, I think is what they would do. If they're X-Corp, maybe Rogue and Nightcrawler. But something that I think they could do. This is going to be crazy. And it kind of just feels like in line with some of the more odd things they've done. Especially considering this didn't actually take place in the series, but it was talked about. And Presidential Face-Off 2-pack with Senator Kelly and Graydon Creed. I think we can get that. I think that's the only way we're getting these characters, other than just as head sculpts, is under the 97 branding. Probably in a way like this. I think more people buy that than you'd think too, and I think they know that. But yeah, that's my guesses, predictions, suggestions for 2-packs. So what that leaves us now is deluxes, and I think it's pretty easy to know what few deluxes are coming in the next couple of years for the 97 branding, from what we've seen, because we're still missing a Bastion. Obviously, they have plans for that. I can see that sooner than later. I think that'll be at this current presentation, because I think we'll probably see Bastion, a deluxe Bastion, early next year, and I think they'll show us another deluxe, and I think that'll be probably later next year, and that'll be Danger. Yeah, but aside from that, other deluxes I think we will see over the next couple of years that we probably won't have revealed right away is Colossus in the... Wow, I'm drawing a blank here. Acolyte Colossus. I thought he could be on a card, but I think they don't like putting bigger characters like that. Plus he has that cape, and they'll probably give him a couple head sculpts and some hands. He'll fill out as much as Beast does, I feel. And he'll have that deluxe packaging. And then the Apocalypse Gambit. I think we could see that. I think he was essentially the big bag of the season. Like, we're getting the actual Apocalypse, but he didn't really appear like that. He appeared as Insubnur, and then I guess Insubnur briefly turned into Apocalypse when he killed Magneto. But other than that, he appeared at the end as Gambit Apocalypse. So yeah, so those are my predictions for X-Men 97. Obviously, they're not going to show us... I mean, maybe they will show us 2 waves at once. I don't think they will. I think this fall we're going to see a wave, maybe more 2-packs, but I think there is going to be a X-Men 97 focused live stream, and that's why we haven't really seen anything. That's why we've only gotten the Beast and the Archangel and Xavier, because there's going to be a entire focused fan stream, or maybe at New York Comic Con. That's a huge thing. They just rifle it out. It's hot. They know it's hot. They know it's going to make them money. So it's coming. I mean, he said he keeps assuring us that it's coming. We don't need the insurance, but I'm thinking by New York Comic Con. If not, then shortly after, and if it'll be shortly after, it'll be a mostly dedicated X-Men 97 stream. Anyways, so yeah, those are my predictions. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Maybe comment below. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.